we have a deal in place with Tyson Fury.
What's up,
we
fight
provided
fan?
an unbelievable
What's going on out
opportunity
there,
to him.
man?
You know, we were
It is
told
the
by
home.
his team,
Mainman
Bob
Mademan
Arum,
in the
that
building.
the arbitration wouldn't be an issue. We
Y'all
could
know
move
how I
forward with
get
this
down.
fight.
We talking
They were
boxing,
wrong,
just sliding through
and
for a
that's
good word
on
off
them.
the early.
That's
like
their
we do
responsibility.
sometimes,
That's
you know
now
what
their
I'm
problem.
saying?
We hope they can solve that
Sorry
problem.
about that, y'all. I got some stuff playing. Sorry about that, but yeah, man. Coming through in the morning like we like to do sometimes, just coming on through for some real spill. Say what's up to the fam, man. I hope everybody out there cool and having a good day, the whole 9 yards, you know what I'm saying? Just want to drop through for a minute, though, man. And much love to the fam. Salute to everyone that catches this on the live, and salute to everyone that catches this on the playback, man. So what's up, y'all? Man, I see the news of the day. I see the news of the day. Well, we're going to pick up where we left off from yesterday briefly, you know what I mean? And we know that news broke out yesterday that Deontay Wilder has now officially won his arbitration. And it looks as if that Tyson Fury and his side is obligated to give Deontay Wilder a fight by September 15th unless an extension is approved by both sides. If this extension is approved, of course, we know that they will have to pay Deontay Wilder step-aside money for them to go forward with anything beyond September. Keep in mind, fight fans, I see the news is floating around that we heard yesterday that Bob Arum has reserved Allegiant Stadium for July 24th. Now, remember something about this arbitration decision. The site and date and everything like that got to be mutually agreed. Mutually agreed. And now this got people wondering. All along, given that Bob Arum has booked this date, and we know that this got to be mutually agreed. Has Bob Arum been making some phone calls over there to Al Heyman and PBC, setting up something on the back phones? Riddle me that. You know what I'm saying? Riddle me that. Stormy, I see you, man. What's up, bro? What's up, man? Yo, man, you missed Master of the Flying Guillotine. No, I didn't, fam. I meant to hit you up, bro. I seen it. I saw you cover it. You know what I'm saying? I'm hurting that I missed it. I wasn't on there with you, though, bro, because I really wanted to talk about that with you, man. It's all love, bro. I understand, you know, schedules are schedules, bro, and the show don't stop for no man. So I totally understand, man. But you did a great job. I cracked up laughing when I listened to it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You breaking it down, especially that one scene, man, when the dude was just sitting there eating. You remember it was just a random dude with one arm, and he took the dude head off, man. That part was hilarious, champ. So hopefully we can get up though real soon for a Kung Fu film breakdown. Check that one out. I told you about Kung Fu Kids. You know what I'm saying? Kung Fu Kids. Check that one out, bro. It's a really good one, man, and it's a lot of good action scenes in that joint, man. But salute to my brother Stormy B, man. Everybody that hear the sound of my voice, please check out his channel. Very informative channel, right there. He gives it to you different flavors, if you will. Sometimes he's talking about boxing. He does the Kung Fu film focus. Real grown up over there. You know what I'm saying? So when you go over there, take your respect with you. That's my main man right there all day. Bruce Goes in the building this morning. What's up, man? Good morning to the fam. Sliding on through. King Carr, I see you. Hey, main man, you tripping hard today on YouTube. They got to eat that crow. You all ready? They got, we going to go in? We definitely going to go in. You definitely going to go in. You know what I'm saying? You was soap to be on there with me. I was okay, cool. Yeah, I was supposed to be on there with you, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, that hurt me, man. But like I say, the show don't stop for no man, bro. And I totally understand. I really enjoyed your presentation on it, though, man. Real spill. So, y'all, back to this, man. So now once again, so they got this date booked July 24th. Let me get this music out y'all ear, man. They got this date booked July 24th, right? And so it got people wondering what they scheming the whole time because it got to be mutually agreed on and all of this type stuff. So it doesn't even matter, man. Now, here we are today. Bob Arum coming on out today, giving out a statement. You see this statement reverberating around the boxing world. Check this out right here. And I quote, "We're not paying Wilder to step aside. It's better to get rid of him and go about our business. We can make the Fury Joshua fight for November or December." End quote. Hey, man, I agree with you, Bob. I think that's the right thing to do. You don't want no smoke with no arbitrator. You know what I'm saying? Give my man his damn fight. Give him his damn fight. Y'all tried to run out of here and bring his name through the mud. Give him his contractually obligated fight. Give it to him. He deserves it. He deserves it. Name been brought through the mud, so give him his damn fight. I told y'all yesterday, Bob Arum is just way too cheap. Way too cheap. You know what I'm saying? He was not going to sit back and give Deontay Wilder all of that money to step aside. We're talking about, they're reporting $155 million site fee. Wilder wants in. Ain't nothing moving. I need in. I need 50, 60 million. How much y'all giving me to sit down for a couple months and you still won't have to come back around and see me? Pick your poison. Choose whatever route you like. But either way, all roads. I repeat, all roads leads back to Deontay Wilder. I've been saying that for well over a year. I've been saying all roads lead back to my main man Bomb Squad. Y'all already know. So Eddie Hearn is up this morning. Eddie Hearn is not too happy about this news as to be expected. Caught his interview over there on the Matchroom YouTube channel. And Eddie Hearn has to say, man, he playing stupid about this. You know what I'm saying? Playing real dumb. Let's listen to some of the words of Eddie Hearn, man, if I ain't already hit the button already. You know what I'm saying? This is what Eddie Hearn had to say about this, man.
We have a deal in place with Tyson Fury. We provided an unbelievable opportunity to him. You know, we were told by his team, Bob Arum, that the arbitration wouldn't be an issue. We could move forward with this fight. They were wrong, and that's on them. That's their responsibility. That's now their problem. We hope they can solve that problem. But we have to look after ourselves. We have to look after Anthony Joshua. We have to maintain the position of unified world champion.
So if you listen to old Eddie there, he's saying that they were told that everything was okay. He said that Bob Arum told them that everything was just fine. I have a hard time believing that. Because how the hell, Eddie Hearn, is you putting together supposedly this humongous deal of the century, and you don't even know if Tyson Fury is available to fight? How much sense does that make? If y'all believe Eddie on that, once again, I got magic beans to sell you, champ. If y'all believe that Eddie was out the loop and all this for real, I mean, I know what he's saying to save face to the public. I know he got to worry about putting Anthony Joshua's deal together and make sure that Anthony Joshua knows that Eddie is out here working in his best interests. I totally understand that. But I just have a hard time believing that between all of the phone calls between Bob Arum and Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn and all of this, none of this never came up. They just played it G14 classified confidential. Don't worry about it. It's all good. And Eddie just took that and just said, okay. He believed the word of Bob Arum. It's just, Eddie Hearn himself said, yo, man, Bob Arum looks at me like a child. He likes to put me out here in a child's place. He likes to scold me. We know these two always got these little back and forth sometimes in the public. The most recent one that comes to mind that I know they had to leave a little bit of bad blood between these two was the Kell Brook and Terence Crawford fight. Remember in the Kell Brook and Terence Crawford fight, Bob Arum wanted Eddie Hearn to bring a network to the table. Thinking that he got Kell Brook on hand, do the same type of thing that they did with Amir Khan. Remember? Amir Khan brought a network to the table. More money got him put into the pot. Everybody was happy of Terence Crawford and Amir Khan. He wanted the same thing to do with Kell Brook. And what did Eddie Hearn do? He casted Kell Brook out into the cold and said, you want to go over there with Bob? Then you stay over there with Bob. And don't ask for my help. Bob was a little pissed behind that. Like, damn, bro, I thought we was going to work this out. You know what I'm saying? I thought everything was cool. You was going to add Sky Sports to put some money into the pot and we make a big thing. Well, look what Bob was forced to do. He was forced to take that fight somewhere else. And so I'm sure there was some little bad blood right there. Not to mention Bob Arum, he wants to do Earl Spence Jr. maybe in Terence Crawford in the future, I'm sure. How would it look to be burning PBC on this Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight? Breaking contracts, breaking rematch clauses, doing whatever it takes to get out of this fight and then turn around and say, hey, Al, you want to sit down and do business with Crawford and Spence? How much sense does that make? See, the difference between Bob and Eddie, at the end of the day, Bob is an old school promoter. He knows a thing about relationships. Eddie doesn't. Eddie don't care about relationships. Eddie just want to come into people's situations, blow it all up. Hey, you come on over here with me. I got a big bag of money. Look at it. Even in the Wilder Fury situation, remember, before he attempted to lure Tyson Fury away, he attempted to lure Deontay Wilder away. That 100 million, 120 million came in the middle of a trilogy. So he was always jumping in other people's business, trying to lure fighters away. Coming up when he put his DAZN thing together, his Matchroom and DAZN thing, what's the first thing he do? Come over here, try to snipe off the PBC fighters, right? Because they don't have promotional agreements. Instead of calling their people, working out something, developing a relationship, developing a bridge, instead he want to come through and just take over everything. There's a little thing called relationships. And Bob Arum is going to have to deal with that in the future. If he wants to put on big fights, say with like Crawford and Spence. You feel me? So it just makes sense. It's about relationships, Eddie. It's about relationships. And I just find it hard that Eddie didn't know nothing about this. Keeping this charade going. Y'all like, yo, well, Bob Arum was playing Eddie Hearn. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they all were playing us. Maybe that's what it was. Bob Arum is just the biggest snake as Eddie Hearn. Bob Arum got into this situation. Some say he wrote this for publicity, man. They played off Anthony Joshua and they rode the publicity train into the situation and the world changed. Some may say that. Or it could be vice versa. Anthony Joshua rode the publicity train on their situation. It could be vice versa. Either way you cut it, these are all snakes. All I know is Bob Arum I think he saw a better opportunity, more money to be made given the current situation in the world, and he went after it. Took so damn long, couldn't get it really off the ground, and now we're in a position where here in this country, things are opening up. Crowds are coming back. It's starting to make more sense to Bob Arum. Why am I jumping through hoops and shoots? Arbitrators trying to get $155 million from the Saudis. Got to work out broadcast rights for the Saudis. Can't do it in the UK. Tyson Fury got UK license problems. All kinds of issues. Hoops, loops, and shoots. When I could just sit my ass right here, fight Deontay Wilder in his third fight. Each fight has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. We should be doing 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 million pay-per-view buys. What the hell am I doing? Why am I jumping through loop, hoops, and shoots? And you think I'm going to get a bad legal judgment against me messing with Eddie? Oh, hell nah. But let's not get it twisted. He tried it. Oh, he wanted it. When Dillian White got pulled out of this situation as the WBC mandatory, oh, Bob wanted it. He saw an opportunity. Well, no crowds, no reason to do Fury and Joshua right now. I mean, Fury and Wilder right now. Might as well go ahead and try to do Fury and Joshua now that we don't have to deal with Dillian White. Even if it requires me to lie on Deontay Wilder. Even if it requires us to defame Deontay Wilder. Doesn't matter. People will eat it up. They'll believe it. We got enough fans on the other side of the water. We can convince them and get them to rise up and drown out all of the noise about us scheming on Deontay Wilder. And some of y'all ate it up like Scooby snacks. So here we are today. Let's see what else Eddie Hearn's got to say. Eddie Hearn says they got a plan B. Watch your ears, fam. Watch your ears. Let's see what he's talking about.
I mean, it's I have been focusing on plan A. The only fight that we had our mind on was Tyson Fury. And we hope that that fight can still take place on August 14th. The game changed last night where we have to have a plan B in place and probably a plan C as well. And we have a couple of different options. Of course, the one that springs to mind immediately is the WBO mandatory of Alexander Usyk situation now, where if Team Fury don't get themselves together, get their act together by the end of this week, we will have no option but to look for an alternative fight. AJ wants to fight this summer. Alexander Usyk is the mandatory. We have 2 or 3 other options as well, but it would be in an ideal world if the right deal could be done to maintain those belts.
So pretty much what Eddie Hearn just described there is be back to step 1. Where Anthony Joshua is going to look to pivot back to Alexander Usyk. Hence, you never heard about a deal being made between Usyk and Joyce. Never happened, right? Just a bunch of talk. Just keeping the WBO on ice, which is something that Bob Arum is a pro at doing. Just look at the Crawford situation. They kept the WBO on ice, and now they're going to still pivot back to this Alexander Usyk fight, which honestly makes perfect sense to me. This is the way we should have been going from the jump. Nothing should have never changed. This makes perfect sense, fam. Makes perfect sense. So why don't Joshua go back to Usyk, tie that up while this situation ties itself up and the winner faces each other? That's where we were at from the jump. And that's what we going back to. It makes perfect sense. Now, according to Eddie Hearn, he has a plan B and a plan C. So they got options. Ain't no thing. Ain't no worries. For anybody out here who beating this drum about undisputed. Because I hear y'all. Oh, man, we want undisputed. I told my UK brethren, sometimes we just got to wait for the things that we want, right? But at the end of the day, y'all need to stop acting like undisputed is gone anywhere. This shit ain't gone nowhere. Y'all running around here with this, oh, we want undisputed and we want it now. It ain't gone nowhere, fam. Y'all do realize that, right? If Deontay Wilder was to beat Tyson Fury, the WBC belt is still there. Whether Joshua or Usyk wins or loses, those belts are all still intact. No matter what, the winner that emerges from these fights will still go forward and could possibly do undisputed. So I don't understand when people say, well, we want undisputed, you still gonna get undisputed possibly. The only difference is we doing this the right way. Ain't nobody gonna sit back and do this the wrong way. Ain't no schemes involved. Ain't no cheating people out of their opportunities. Ain't no cheating Deontay Wilder out of his opportunity. Ain't none of that shit going on. Ain't no Klitschko 2.0 over here. This ain't Klitschko 2.0. So, yeah, they got a plan B and they got a plan C. Let me see what the fam time out, man. And just a heads up, let me throw this up. Just anybody who wants to call in, feel free to hit me up. Phone lines are open. I'm more than available to talk to anybody that want to call on in and speak to the homie about this particular issue. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up and keep it clean if you so desires and if you got time. Yeah, DGO says, yo, man, Fury is a loose cannon. He will retaliate for this BS. I hear him. He can retaliate all he want. You know, he can talk till the cows come home. But at the end of the day, it's on paper. It's with an arbitrator. You go forward and get sued if you want to. And everybody out here keep coming up with all of these quick fixes. Why don't they just go and fight, get it out the way, then maybe pivot back to Wilder, blah, 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 do this like that, and then do this like that, and then call him up on this day. How about we do none of that shit? How about we just do what the hell with the paper say? That's an idea. We're gonna get a great fight. We're talking about redemption. This can spell redemption for Deontay Wilder or not. This is gonna be a huge monumental fight, boxing fan. So what are you sitting back pouting for? If you're pouting, what you pouting for? It's a damn good fight. And it's justice being served to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Dillian says, this ain't doing no 1.2 million pay-per-view buys. I would beg to differ on that, Dillian. I mean, what the last one do? And how long ago was that? This build-up is here. Now we got Glovegate on deck. Now we got Spike Waters on deck. Now we got the Breland situation. All of this stuff to talk about pertaining to this third fight. Are you serious that they won't do 1.2? Are you serious about that? Lot of scandal, lot of controversy surrounding this situation, and all that sells, bro. All that sells. So I'll be different with you. The difference is in this one, and on top of that, we've seen Wilder lose. The whole world wants to know, how does Wilder respond to having his first loss? So for you to think that this ain't gonna do big numbers, I differ, but I think we doing 1.2. But I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's just a guesstimation. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Tyson Fury is going to dust Deontay Wilder up with 2 egg weights next time. You think he going to drop an extra one up in there next time, Hawker? Hey, maybe so. Maybe that's why he running. Maybe that's why he ran so fast that I seen smoke come from his feet from this particular fight. Maybe that's the reason he ran. Because he didn't want to get found out or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But Tyson Fury, face your fears, homeboy. This is Fear Factor. Face your fears, and your fears are rematches. I'm going to say that one more time for those who just walked through the door. Tyson Fury, face your fears. Call me Joe Rogan around this joint. Fear Factor. And your fears are rematches. Oh, you're going to definitely face this one. and you're going to walk through that fire again. Let's see you duck that right hand for the next 12 rounds. Let's move forward on this conversation. Now, people saying, well, man, you got the damn fight. You're happy now, right? Are you happy now? Now what? What does Deontay Wilder look like in this third fight? I don't know. But one thing I do know is this. From what I've been seeing in these training videos, I'm liking what I've seen. I know a lot of time has passed, so I know he's got to been working on something. He's got to been getting better. You dig? And here's my deal. You go back to that last fight between him and Tyson Fury. I'm well on record in saying this. I believe that if Deontay Wilder would have made it through that last maybe round or two, we would have had a different fight. I think that Tyson Fury's tank was emptying and depleting fast. Depleting. This is why Deontay Wilder, I believe, was so frustrated with Mark Breland. Because I've watched that fight now a million times. You go back towards the end of that fight, Fury was huffing and puffing. Yeah, he was laying his weight on Deontay Wilder. Yeah, he was hitting him with the right hand. But at the end of the day, he was huffing and puffing and puffing and huffing. Because all of that activity he had to do in those early rounds. There was no way he was going to be the same Tyson Fury going down that stretch. I wonder how that fight would have looked like in the 8th round. How did that fight would have looked like in the 9th round, in the 10th round? With Tyson Fury would have been dramatically much slower, sizing himself up for a right hand. Now, this is for what I see, a more motivated Deontay Wilder. I don't got the same vibes from this Deontay Wilder that I had from the last fight. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I was on this channel, 10 toes down, stomping hard, telling people, wake the fuck up. Wake up. Because I knew going into that second fight, that Deontay Wilder was not all the way focused. Something was up. And I was raising red flags throughout that whole buildup. Like, I don't know. I don't like what I'm seeing. Something is off with his energy. Something is not right here. He needs to take Tyson Fury much more seriously. Tyson Fury was playing mind games, coming through with big jackets and big coats, shades on. And I got Deontay Wilder calling him Big Mama, thinking he all out of shape and stuff. I'm like, stop playing with this man. Stop playing with this man. This man is running some sort of something. For him to show up in that last face-off, in that jacket and coat and hood, looking like he had the flu or something. Something was up. And I kept warning people. I say, no, he's doing something different. He's not showing his shape. And I'm noticing in all his training stuff, he was wearing black, covering up his shape. Black covers up your form, fam. Y'all already, anytime you see a fighter wearing black, he don't want you to know what his weight is. He doesn't want you to know what his body looking like. And he was wearing black all in that buildup. And I was like, yo, man, something is not right. Deontay Wilder just thinking it's all sweet. Oh, I got him. He's out of shape. He ain't hungry no more. And fans were beating that drum all the damn same. And I'm like, y'all tripping. This dude, Tyson Fury, ain't to be played with. Yeah, he may be a jokester. Yeah, he may be walking around in plumber boots. Yeah, he may come over here talking that bull crap. But something ain't right here. And I thought that Tyson Fury was keened in and Deontay Wilder wasn't. This time around, I think it's different. I got Deontay Wilder, I think, is keen all the way in. He's coming off his first loss. He's coming off the whole world jumping up for joy at seeing the man lose. So, of course, he wants blood. I think he's been back in the lab. He's cut off what he perceives to be an op in Mark Breland. Whether you agree or not. Whether you agree or not, boxing fan, he says that Mark Breland is an op. And his boxing brain got to be comfortable in that ring with who training him, who delivering him bottles of water, whatever the case may be. That's Deontay Wilder. So now he's gotten that off. So now he's much more assured in his brain. It looked like he's working. He's in tip-top condition. You didn't see him blowing up in weight. This whole year, we ain't seen him so much as looking drunk and looking crazy. Nothing. Looking fit, looking lean, looking trim. In the lab with his homeboy Malik Scott. People say, yo, man, how you think Malik Scott going to do? I say that at the end of the day, whether Malik Scott is going to turn into the greatest trainer in the world, I mean, is he a manual steward? No. But is there chemistry there? I say yes. That's important. Because guess what? Deontay Wilder feels comfortable with Malik Scott. Sitting in front of Malik Scott. You're teaching me the right thing, bro. I like how you moving these pads. I like how you teaching me this head movement. Some may say, well, Malik Scott been there though, man. He's already been there. Yeah, cool. But was he in a lead role like this is the question. So y'all asking me, how do I think Malik Scott and Wilder to do? It remains to be seen, but I like what I'm seeing so far. Because I see chemistry there. I see comfortability there. Some people say, yo, man, he's a yes man. I don't think that's the case. I think it's a comfortability. The same reason that Big Tyson ran and got Ben Davidson in his time in his darkest hour. In Tyson Fury's darkest hour, he didn't run and get a top level, He got little unknown 20-something-year-old Ben Davidson. Why? And people thought he was insane for doing that. People say, well, man, I don't know who Ben Davidson is, and he's just a kid, and boom, boom, boom. And what did Ben Davidson do? He got big ass Tyson Fury off the couch. He got his big ass off the couch, and he got him motivated to go in there and give a pretty damn good performance for someone who has been just sitting around getting fat for the last few years, snorting coke and stuff like that. Took him out of his darkest hour, got his mindset back together. And he went in there and survived the 12-round fight, 2 knockdowns, almost had his soul taken away from him. But he went in there and survived 2 knockdowns against Deontay Wilder with the tutelage of Ben freaking Davidson. And y'all want to ask me, how do I feel about Malik Scott and Deontay Wilder? I say there's chemistry there, and I say it works. And if I'm wrong, it will play out in the fight. All day. All day. Let's see what the fam talking about. Hey, man, my man King Carr said, yo, man, if Wilder takes that jab away, it's bomb squad all day, man. All day. You take that jab away, it's over, cuz. It's over. It's over. Everything Fury has to do plays off the jab. He ain't just coming off with lead right hands. You know what I'm talking about? He ain't coming off with check hooks, big uppercuts to lead off. No, it's off the jab and movement. And if that's taken away, if it ain't landing, if you ain't touching Deontay Wilder with it, if you ain't getting that range down, what type of Tyson Fury will we get then? Are we going to get Wrecking Ball Fury again? Is that what we're going to get? We're going to get Wrecking Ball Fury again? Wrecking Ball Fury won't be able to go past 7. Wrecking Ball Fury won't be able to go past 7. Here's another thing. This version of Tyson Fury. To Fury Nation out there. This version, Mr. Playboy Fury is what he is now from what I see. Walking around in the suits. He got that money now. ESPN been fattening up that bank account. Bob Arum been fattening up that bank account. He got that money now. He's Playboy Fury. Is the mind state the same or has it changed? This ain't Hungry Fury. This ain't the one that was going through the mental health problems and he was determined to make a statement to the world to show that you can get back on top. This ain't that guy no more. That dude is gone when the millions came in. This is Playboy Fury. $6,000 suites, Gucci slippers, living the good life, taking private jets, drinking, partying, the whole 9. This is that dude. Is that dude going to be Deontay Wilder? That's what you got to ask yourself. See, this last year or so, it's been a little telling. Tyson Fury got money now, big money. Is he staying hungry? I see him training. I think that Tyson Fury is a master of disguises, as we've already learned. I think that ever since Fury's been here, all of that, he wasn't living the high life the whole time. Don't get me twisted. I think he has been training. I think he's definitely been down with Sugar Hill, and I see the video clips. And I noticed that, once again, in the last few video training clips that I've seen, Tyson Fury is becoming top heavy again. I mean, the shoulders, the arms. He's never been having a 6-pack. He's going to always have a little slight belly. But the way you know that Fury is getting ready is that he becomes top strong. His biceps, his arms, they all get, his shoulders, they all puff out. They start getting bulkier. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely working out. I ain't expecting for an Adonis to show up in the ring. But if Wrecking Ball Fury shows up, Sade, we're going to have a problem. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a problem. DGO says AJ will always have options. He is the landlord. He got a lot of belts, man. He got a lot of belts, and he do command a lot of money. Well, if he always have options, after Deontay Wilder finished with Tyson Fury, let's make one of them options be AJ, because my man ain't going to stop at just one belt. Once he mop this up, once we get Fury out the way, he ain't stopping right there at Tyson Fury. This is why I keep telling the fans. Y'all keep running around talking about undisputed this and undisputed that. Nobody don't want to call in, I'm going to take the number down. If y'all want to call in, that's the number right there. But if not, I'm not going to just keep it up there. But my thing is, Nah, man, it's always going to be an option. Make Deontay Wilder an option. That's how I look at it. Wilder never wanted to fight AJ. Yeah, he just went over there and talked business with them for nothing. He just took a flight over there for nothing. Took his whole squad, last I remember. It was Lou DiBella who was scheming on the side in that situation, wasn't it? Yeah. Deontay Wilder just took a flight over there to sit down and talk business with them for decoration. He never wanted to fight, at least according to my man. You know what I'm saying? I hear you. Yeah, he got to fight Andy Ruiz or something. Yeah, I mean, look, man, I want Deontay Wilder to do what he wants. If he wants to go back into this Fury fight, and who knows? I mean, we ain't reached the conclusion of this either, fam. Who knows? Deontay Wilder might just come out and mutually work out something with them and say, look, I need a touch. I've been out of the ring for a while. I got some ring rust I want to work off. Y'all go do y'all thing, and I'll meet y'all back on this day and time. I wouldn't. Is that too far-fetched? No. You know what I'm saying? But do I think that Wilder would go that route? No. I don't think that neither. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that neither. So we'll see. Dillian says Fury hurt him with a straight right hand and not slap him with no inside of the gloves. I hear you. I see out that straight right hand working down the stretch if he comes in as wrecking ball Fury. Does he come back in as twinkle toes Fury that we seen in the first fight? First fight, he was twinkle toes Fury. He was boxing, moving, barely landing anything outside of the jab. Didn't really want to commit early on, really stand on the outside a lot. Are we going to get that dude? The mover, the irky-jerky Tyson Fury? Or is he going to bulk back up and become wrecking ball Fury again? We'll see how long he can go into a fight. If Deontay Wilder incorporates the jab to the body, which I think he can do, he got away from it in the first fight. The jab to the body. You work that up for the first early rounds of that fight. Bring Fury's energy levels down. You show Tyson Fury that you come in better condition than him. In that second fight, we couldn't get a read on that. Because Deontay Wilder kept allowing Tyson Fury to get on him. To get on top of him. To lay his weight on him. To maul him on the inside. You know what I'm saying? He kept allowing that to happen because his legs wasn't working for some odd reason. Y'all know my theory on that. His legs wasn't working. And so this time around, Deontay Wilder, if Wrecking Ball Fury comes in, Wilder got to show Fury I'm in better condition. You're not going to just lay on me. You're going to keep walking to come and try to find me. If you try to keep stepping forward and want to rush me, I'm going to get out the way. I'm going to use this lateral movement to go here. Am I expecting Muhammad Ali from Deontay Wilder? No, but little adjustments, small little things, that head movement, taking away that jab, a sidestep to keep Fury walking. Those little things against Wrecking Ball Fury with the jab to the body in the early rounds will deplete that man and size him up for a right hand in the later half of that fight. So Deontay Wilder's now seen both. He's now seen the Twinkle Toes version and he's now seen the Wrecking Ball version. I believe that both versions have a weakness. The question is, and I'm sure Tyson Fury is going to do a damn good job at keeping this under wraps, which version are we going to get? Master of disguises. Master of disguises. The hip-hop underworld says, I think fighting Ortiz before Fury was also a big mistake. Energy draining fight that was for Wilder. Absolutely. While we had Tyson Fury running around here fighting Wallings and Schwartzes of the world, we got my man going life or death with my man King Kong. I was questioning Shelly Finkel. And by the way, let me stop for a minute. Hold on for a minute. I got to stop for a minute and give Shelly Finkel some credit. I have been giving Shelly Finkel nothing but hell on this channel. You know, as to be expected as Deontay Wilder's manager. And as Deontay Wilder fans, we're going to hold his ass accountable too. But Shelly delivered. Shelly been quiet and he delivered. I got a message from Shelly this morning. He hit me up and he says, Main Man, I told you to sit back and watch the damn play. Okay? Don't ever question me again. I got Wilder. Thank you. Okay. And he hung up. That's the message he left me this morning. So my bad, Shelly. We sitting back trying to figure what the play is. You all quiet. You sitting back, they coming around here talking about the rematch clause expired and all that. Shelly was on the job. Everybody says Shelly didn't know what he was doing. I had Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn out here taking shots at Shelly constantly. Is Shelly even reading the contracts? And it looked like Shelly played this thing like a boss. He sat back. He allows certain statements to get pushed out to the public. Remember Tyson Fury 2 weeks ago? Well, I just found out that video evidence can be used in court. I didn't know. I'm not saying anything else. I'm not talking about it no more. All of the video evidence that they may got on your ass. Oh, I didn't know that video evidence can be used in court. Y'all thought I was tripping when I reported on that. Yeah, that was Tyson Fury saying that. And I got Shelly being quiet the whole time, just letting them talk. He just letting them talk. Just talk. Give all the interviews you want. Say whatever you want to say. We're all friends. We're all fraternity brothers. Everyone's happy. Just go and do all the interviews you want. And when they would go to Shelly Finkel and they say, Shelly, you got a statement to give? I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say. Everything is working itself out in the arbitration. Okay. So Shelly played this like a boss. So major kudos, major props to Shelly Finkel because he played this because I was going to rip Shelly head off if Deontay Wilder would have got cheated out of this. Salute to Shelly Finkel. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Shelly Finkel. King Carr says a new fight, new Wilder. Fury was running from the rematch for a reason, and you people being his fans, y'all allowed him to get on his high horse, and once Wilder shut up and start training, I know that he wanted smoke all day. And if you actually listen to the when Malik Scott and Wilder kind of training, listen to the stuff that Malik Scott is saying. He's like, yo, move to the left, move over here. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. They're speaking on the things that Tyson Fury would have done in the ring. They were already working on these things prior to these announcements coming out. Wilder and Finkel, Malik Scott, all of them, they played it real cool. Us as boxing fans, of course, we caught in the middle. We going to go crazy. And we allowed to do that because we pay, and I don't care what nobody say. But at the end of the day, they played it cool. Cool, calm, and collect. And they allowed all of that video evidence to build up for months and months and months. When they running around talking about 155, oh, we offered that deal, or we offered that deal. They've signed agreements. That. You can't back away from none of that stuff, man. You can't come out the next day and say, oh, we didn't really sign anything, you know. What we signed was just like a piece of toilet paper in crayon, so it didn't really mean anything. You can't come out and try to backtrack now. It's over. It's over. It's over. You know what I'm saying? It's over. The hip hop underworld says, I just want the trilogy. The past is the past. Beautiful statement. Beautiful statement. And we're going to move forward with this, man. And you're right. The past is the past. And usually when we get to this point in situations like this, especially in boxing, once we reach our resolution, fam, we let it all go. That's how we've always done in the sport of boxing. Regardless of all how we've cussed each other out, fan bases going back and forth. It was that person's fault. It was this person. That all goes away. It's gone. I got to use this as an example. Pacquiao and Mayweather. One of the ugliest buildups you've ever seen. PED accusations. This person don't want to take needles. That person don't want to. He's on an IV. All kinds of stuff. He don't want to take $40 million. We sent him. It was ugly. But the second that fight got agreed upon that night at that basketball game, what happened? The whole boxing world forgot about it, and we moved forward. And we start talking strategies, breakdowns, in the whole nine. Predictions, stuff like that. And that's what we need to get right here. This was an ugly thing. This was disgusting. They try to cheat one man and lie on him. And this calls for Mark Breland to get exposed. I mean, this got ugly. This got ugly. Eddie Hearn coming out of nowhere. Big bags of money, lies after lies after lies. I mean, this got super ugly. And so now that we here, according to this statement, we're not paying Wilder to step aside. It's better to get rid of him and go about our business. We can make the Fury Joshua fight for November or December. This is where we at now, fam. We're going towards the trilogy. We're going towards the trilogy. My man gonna get his fight. We're going towards the trilogy. To you folks out there that counted out Deontay Wilder, I ain't done with y'all. Ought to be ashamed. I ain't done. Y'all ought to be ashamed, you Americans that turned on this man, to see this injustice being done on this man, and y'all questioning this man. Oh yeah, y'all are foul. Foul. Don't jump on the hype train now. We don't want you. Ain't no room. You stay over there with Tyson. But win, lose, or draw in this situation, Deontay Wilder stood on his principles. He stood for what he believed in. He stood for what he believed in, and he saw it and rode it all the way through, unlike Tyson Fury, who tried to jump out the door, try to run out the door, talking about his feelings is hurt. And y'all out here making excuses for this dude. Miss me with all that, man. This dude ran a scheme on most of y'all, and y'all fell for the okie doke. Call it for what it is. Y'all fell for the freaking okie doke. We just want to see him fight. Forget all that. Y'all fell for the okie doke. That man came over here, tried to take Deontay Wilder's shine. Came over here with his little story. I'm so depressed and I came back from so much. Wrote books, made millions. Signed a big deal over there with ESPN worth over $100 million. While y'all sitting back feeling sorry for Tyson Fury, he getting rich on y'all ass. And then what did he try to do? He tried to shortchange my man out of his rematch. Talking about his side don't know what they doing. They let the rematch clause expire. He tried to get a fight in December when they was originally supposed to fight. So how the hell would... I got Tyson Fury trying to get a fight, in December at the time? And you were supposed to fight Deontay Wilder in December. They lied. ESPN pulled the plug. Oh, we got college football and all, but they said it was Deontay Wilder, and y'all ate it up. Y'all ate it up. This is how things always happen. This is how things always happen. So I'm salute to those. I mean, double salute that stood firm, that stood tall. And even if you did not go down the Glovegate route because you didn't have to. Some of y'all had this notion in your head that if you stand with Wilder, you got to stand with Glovegate. That's bullcrap. I never believed in the Glovegate stuff. I don't go there, but I stand with Deontay Wilder. I don't have to go there. That's his fight. That's not mine. That's his argument. That's not mine. But y'all straight abandoning the brother. Y'all straight up abandoning the brother for the first thing that flew in here from the UK. Just like they did for Lennox Lewis. Just like they did for Lennox Lewis when he came over here and threw everybody else under the bus. And Lennox was the greatest thing in the world. Just like that. Traded Lennox Lewis in for everybody else here. And y'all were going down that same train to do that for Tyson Fury. He ran game on y'all. Now he's sitting back filthy freaking rich. Going back to where he came from. And once he wrapped these two fights up, you'll never see Fury again. I come out undisputed. Act like undisputed is going any damn where. These belts are intact. 3 on one man's waist, 1 on the other man's waist, just like Crawford and Spence. Even if they lose, the next man can step up and go for undisputed. It don't stop. Y'all just turned on that man for no damn reason. Oh, man, I don't like the way he fights. I don't like the way he fights. Fine. You don't like the way he fights. But damn, man, it's the heavyweight division. This is the baddest man on the planet. This is country pride. This is nationalistic pride on the line when you talk the heavyweight division. To my UK brethren, I don't get mad at y'all for supporting Tyson Fury. I don't get mad at y'all for supporting Anthony Joshua. You supposed to. Lord knows I don't. I love when I get cats like DGO up in here, bigging it up. When I get cats like William in here, bigging it up. For y'all side. But then when I get a lot of people from my side pouring in here, talking about Wilder's a one-trick pony and he don't deserve this and he don't deserve that, and I'm looking at you side-eyed, champ. Like, who are you again? How you draw that position? He got cheated out of his third fight. They're trying to cheat him, and you are drinking the damn Kool-Aid. So that's on y'all, man. Y'all gotta live with that and convince yourselves that you did nothing wrong. Convince yourselves as a boxing fan and as a nationalistic issue that you didn't do anything wrong. Convince yourself. Because your damn show ain't going to convince Mainman Mademan. All day. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Lead by example says Shelly Finkel was on that Real G's moving silence like lasagna. Lil Wayne flow all day. And he was. He was. He played it like a boss, man. He played it like a boss. Shelly looked like the biggest boss out of all of this, to be honest with you. Shelly, to me, comes out looking the strongest. And I was jumping on Shelly, man. Shelly comes out of all of this looking stronger than everybody in this situation because he played it cool. He didn't panic. All of these reports that were floating around out here about Jedediah and stadiums being built and $155 million site fee and this date, that date, this date, agreement signed, Bob, pictures floating around of Fury and Joshua hanging out on vacation, the whole nine. Shelly didn't waver. Shelly didn't waver. Respected Shelly Finkel, man. Respect. He coming out looking super strong and all this. You know what I'm saying? Respected that man. Respected that man. Wilder was done 2 rounds before the towel come in. We gonna see it this time around though, Dillian. He was. I mean, look, man. Hey, like I said, that to me, that version of Wilder, I don't know what that was, man. That looked like a man who hung up under his woman too long and didn't keep her out of training camp. That's what that looked like to me. That looked like a man who was just too worried about running around chasing his woman. And I know what Deontay Wilder said in the past about what he does in training camp when it comes to his woman. And he don't listen to nobody when it comes to that. And at the end of the day, brother, you need your legs. You need that energy, that extra energy that you don't normally have in your normal day-to-day operations. You know what I'm saying? When you get in that ring and you deprive yourself away from that good, well, you're building up a whole nother energy, bruh. And you need that version of your energy. Not this, after 3 rounds, my legs are gone, my power is zapped, I can't figure it out. Now I'm overly thinking, and I got this big-ass dude in front of me putting 300-plus pounds on me every time he comes near me. I don't think we got that version of him, though. Not this time around. Hip Hop Underworld. Joyce has more power than Fury. I'm going to put this up one more time for anybody who want to take a shot. Hit me up. The phone lines are open. If y'all want to chop it up with the homie. He says that, hold on. Joyce has more power than Fury. Fury is the best with his footwork and ring IQ, but power, no way. I think Joyce may have power, but he's not one of those dudes who's gonna be leading right hand you either. He's a drip kind of guy. He's a chip away kind of dude. That jab, that slow, sloth, lethargic jab chips you away like a painter's chipping away at a sculpture. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's his special power, if you will. The ability to take a punch, good tank, good engine, but the ability to stay consistent with a slow jab that wears people down. That's unheard of in today's boxing, man. That's unheard of. You know what I'm saying? That's unheard of. He's 270 pounds, man, and he has the power to put guys to sleep. Yeah, absolutely. I can't lie. I was a fan of Fury before I was aware of the cheating background. Same with Dillian White. Hey, man, and, you know, that's part of their character, man. We ain't out here, like, putting, like, a bad character thing on type. It's just who he is. If you look through his career, there has been so much stuff. I mean, just too much stuff to really run down in this video. You know what I'm saying? Like, that whole UK stuff was a sham. The way he played everything. And it's like, you know, when you take all of that, because I'm going to tell y'all, when Tyson Fury first came out, I was just like you, fam. Go back to my old, if you go back a few years, if y'all can find it, good luck. My old Tyson Fury videos. Back during that Klitschko time, bro, I thought Tyson Fury was the man. I thought he was the man. I said, yo, this dude is an anomaly. The way he fights, his boxing ability at the heavyweight division is far above everybody else's. Him being able to move and be as slick as he is at that size, you don't see that every day. And I thought that he was something special. I thought he was a freak of nature. Even in the Klitschko fight, everyone was down and it was boring. He bored Klitschko to sleep. Nah, champ, he gave him a boxing lesson. You hear me? And so I was riding high on Fury until I started to dig down more and more. Then the UCAD stuff happened, and then the nandrolone stuff happened, and then the cocaine stuff happened, and my ankle got messed up because so I can't face, you know, Klitschko stuff happened. All of this stuff kept happening. Then you look into the UCAD case, and you see all of the stuff that was going on throughout at that time. How they were just making UCAD spend so much money to the point where UCAD was going bankrupt. And Tyson only got out of that because UCAD couldn't afford to spend no more money, and Tyson Fury had threatened to bring the house down on him in the end. That's how he got out of that. Not because he was in the right or the wrong, because they ran out of money. And you say to yourself, well, they never really reached the conclusion in that case. Y'all don't even understand me. They never reached that conclusion. UCAD reached a point in that investigation went on so long, they did not have the resources. And Fury did. Him and his people did. And at the end, when Fury took a peep and said, oh, well, at this point now, we've stalled and appealed so much that, that they don't got no more money. Now I'm about to bring a lawsuit on them for keeping me out of the ring. Forcing UCAD to deal and forcing them to give him a backdated sentence and yada, 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 boom, boom, bam. And that's just me skimming through it. There's a lot more to that story than I ain't going to tell in this video. A lot more. Y'all know the farmer, blah, 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 blah. It goes deep. When you find these things out about Fury, it makes you go back, well, am I really bigging up an honest dude here? Like, am I really speaking about a dude with good integrity? Like, I'm giving him honors out the yin-yang, and yet this dude is a crook. You know what I'm saying? So, if for those who say, yo, man, I was, like you just said, I was once upon a time, I was Team Fury all the way through and through, and I changed when I started realizing who he was. I understand it. And that's what makes me so mad at people that turned on Wilder. Because you turned on him for this guy. You turned on him for this dude. Y'all didn't turn on for Ruiz, who probably made history and he showed, grit. You turned on him for this dude. Oh, hell nah. And when I seen that, I say, oh, I got to pull back. This ain't the guy that I thought he was. This ain't the dude who was, I thought, speaking out against oppression and everything that he deceived me on in the early days. Then I started looking, I said, this ain't that dude. Then I look at him today, I said, this ain't the same dude that even came over here a few years ago. This dude is a playboy now. He Playboy Fury. And I get it, you got to change your persona. He's a master at stuff. He's been to the WWE. He knows how to work it. And he's just creating a character. At once upon a time, he created a good guy. Today, he's creating a villain. Beautiful, because villains make money. But today, he's now effectively created a villain, which means he's creating characters. I got Deontay Wilder being exactly who Deontay Wilder is. And y'all turn on him for that guy. So I feel you, fam. Lord knows. I do. You know what I'm saying? I do. Silver Salomo, I see you, man. I see you. What's up with you? B-Mo. Deontay just needs to bust some rust. Get some experience with his new style and build that mental and confidence in his new self. Deontay Fury forced him to be a different fighter. And that's cool too. You got to live and learn. You got to live and learn. Simple. Every fighter, not just Deontay Wilder, every single fighter that stepped through the ropes, if you ain't learning as you're going along, then what are you doing? So for Deontay Wilder to be taught a lesson from Tyson Fury and say, hey, I got to adjust. It's time for me to up my game, add a little something to my game. I ain't mad at that, man. I ain't mad at that. If he would have approached this situation not with the mindset that I got to change something about my game, that's when I would have been worried. That's when I would have been sitting here like, are we serious? You mean to tell me I'm going to get the same dude? Nothing has changed? No head movement, no lateral movement, no powering up the legs, no nothing? Then I would have been here like Deontay Wilder, what the hell, man? But he ain't do that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't do that. You know what I'm saying? All right, thanks, Hawker, man. Thank you, man. Much love to my brother, Hawker Mustang, man. He always show love, man. Big time supporter right there. Much love to you, homie. And I catch you on the next one, bro. That's true. Dillian, Lee by example says that's true. Dillian Wilder turned at the end of that punch. Yeah, he turned right. He rode that punch. He rode it. Hip Hop Underworld, he didn't have the power to knock out Wilder. That's the point. He had 3 rounds to knock out Wilder, who had lost his balance and couldn't do it. Yeah, man, I think that he beat Wilder on a mixture of Wilder being fatigued and just not being able to pull the trigger, man. I mean, Tyson, look, man, I'm not going to take nothing away from him what he did in the rematch. That's something I'm not going to do. You know what I mean? And He went to the drawing board. He adjusted and he played the mental games to achieve that victory. And I'm not going to take that away from Fury. Now, if y'all want to go to the glove route, blah blah blah, that's out there. You know, I'm not going to challenge what you believe. But at the end of the day, I got to give Fury credit for making the proper adjustment, for going to get the right trainer, for actually sitting back and focusing enough to say that, you know what, I can't be that same guy that I was in the first fight. And that's where Deontay Wilder should have been too. Deontay Wilder felt assured by those 2 knockdowns from the first fight that I got him in the second fight. Took a grueling fight with Luis Ortiz, thinking I got this guy. Not knowing that Tyson Fury is adjusting. He's adding adjustments to his game, like we see Deontay Wilder's doing today. So that's why I say, man, we're going to have a different fight. Fury has many attributes. Power is not one of them. No, he has size, man, and girth. I mean, like I said, that stuff is tiring, man. You got that dude, almost 7 feet tall type dude, 300 something plus pounds, and laying on you constantly. He can probably zap your energy. He can probably drain the hell out of him. Then he's so irky jerky and he moving. So you gotta, if he get on you and you continue to let him keep laying on you and mauling you. Remember, Fury was doing that thing where he was holding Deontay Wilder and trying to maul him. Like, that stuff is draining, man. That stuff is tiring. Fury's superpower, to a certain degree, when he's wrecking ball Fury, it's not about a big right hand. It's not about a big punch. It's about his ability to drain you, his ability to zap you. And that can be just as dangerous as having a thorough right hand, because that's a skill within itself. The ability to get up on fighters, drain them, make them clutch on the inside, keep clutching with them, tangling them up, softening them up, draining them out, killing their legs, and now he's going to be right here for my shots. That's what Fury did. He did an excellent job at draining Deontay Wilder. And I almost wonder, is he going to, can he repeat that? You know what I'm saying? I doubt it, though. Dillian says, Wilder's a warrior. All credit to him for staying up. Absolutely. Keep in mind, fam, yeah, Deontay Wilder never went down. You're right. He never went down in that fight. Shaking his head, you know, he was, that's why he looking at Breland. That's why I said, I think 1 or 2 rounds after that, oh, we'd have had a different fight. Wilder just was looking at it like, I just need to survive. I just need to survive. I just need to survive. I just got to stay on my feet, stay on my feet. This is not going to be the same dude 2 rounds from now. He's going to slow down, and he's going to size. I'm going to size him up. Just let me get there. Just let me get there. And they didn't let him get there. Regardless, you know, of how y'all feel about it, they just didn't let him get there. Wilder couldn't get around Fury's left jab, and that was the problem. All day. All day. All day. Watch your ears, fam. Watch your ears. I'm about to play a quick video clip from Hearn speaking about the arbitration. For anybody who hasn't heard it yet, check this out right here. This is what Eddie Hearn got to say. Watch your ears.
I don't know. As I said, everything that we were told from the get-go is this arbitration issue wouldn't be a problem. Obviously, it is a problem now, and we have to think on our feet. We have to act accordingly. But we still hope the fight can go ahead. But really, that's completely out of our hands.
Wow, y'all. I apologize. I'm sitting here talking this whole time. I'm talking, and the many damn thing was mute the whole damn time. God damn it. Yo, man, I was addressing y'all comments and everything, man. I apologize for that, fam. That's on me. I was wondering why everybody was walking out. I'm like, what the hell going on? The sound had got cut off. That's on me, fam. That's on me. So I don't even know where to pick back up at yet. I was just in the middle of just kind of going through y'all comments. And I guess we can just, my apologies. Thanks for everybody in the comment section for the heads up, man. I was so back behind on the comments that I didn't see the recent ones. So, damn. All right, well, let's just pick about, I'm going to still take a couple more. The Hip Hop Underworld says, yo, man, he is a dirty fighter. I would respect Fury fans if they understood and embraced that. They act like that he is Mayweather, and when he is dirty as heck. Yeah, man, you know, we got to look at who the man character is, man. And that's something that we just got to consider. You know what I'm saying? Just something that we just got to consider who he is. You can't treat him like he's this king and he's ran away from rematch. He's ran away from Klitschko, was trying to run away from Wilder. No, you got to call it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Got to call it for what it is. Not the biggest fan of Fury. What's up, word of the day? What's up, man? Not the biggest fan of Fury, but he should have won the first fight. He won the second fight, and the third fight, well, is up in the air, right? I mean, it was close, bro. It was close. It was very close. I thought, you know, if you got Tyson Fury winning, am I going to sit here and be mad at you? No. If you got Deontay Wilder winning, am I going to be mad? No. It was razor thin close. Could have gone either way. Despite the two knockdowns. I mean, it was close, bro. It was very, 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 very close. Very close. Very close. Yeah. And you guys supported him, no doubt. Yeah, we support Deontay Wilder, man. Always through and through. You're supposed to, man. Your heavyweight, I support my heavyweight champion. It's a nationalistic pride thing with me, you know. Never heard the same cheater claims thrown at Ward so religiously throughout of his career. Yeah, I see y'all comparing Tyson Fury to Andre Ward. Come on, fam. Y'all can't be doing that out here, man. Nah. Yeah, Andre Ward, SOG, son of God. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all true? This man was always had high levels of integrity. The man has always approached the fight game on an honest playing field. Nah. Character-wise, especially. Tyson Fury and Andre Ward are night and day. Now, if you saying stylistically, I would even disagree with that because Andre Ward is willing to sit down on his punches. Look at that Kovalev fight. What surprised Sergey Kovalev more so than anything in their rematch was the fact that Andre Ward was willing to stand his ground and stand on his punches. Unlike Tyson Fury, who you rarely see do something like that. But if Andre Ward needs be, he will bulk up and he will not box around him on the back foot nearly as much. He will not move nearly as much. He will bulk up and he will go to your guts like we seen against that Kovalev fight. Wipe them totally out to the body. But then again, we all knew that Kovalev was drinking too much vodka. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. But I'm gonna leave it there with the Andre Ward thing, man. But much love to y'all, man. I'm sorry once again for the technical difficulty towards the end, and that kind of messed me up a little bit, man, because I was really kind of going in on that time. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. But we gonna leave it right here. This is the news of the day right here, man. You're gonna see everybody and their mamas talking about this right here. Not paying Wilder no step aside money, according to Bob Arum. Fury and Joshua in November or December. That's what Bob Arum want to do. According to Bob Arum, we would have been ingrates not to give Deontay Wilder his opportunity after what he did for us and rescued us. So Bob Arum, I guess you still an ingrate, but you're just an ingrate light. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you were kind of forced to this through the arbitration. You know, and some people, like I said, y'all can go to line and big up Bob Arum like he was just a genius in all of this. I think that Bob Arum was trying to get it. It's just that he seen that it was just becoming too much of a headache and decided to pivot back to this. It wasn't no, I'm playing Eddie Hearn. It ain't none of that. Nah, it was more so the bag of money ain't there. We can't get it by that date. Now this arbitrator that made his decision too late. Should have made this happen before the arbitrator came through with a decision. It is what it is. I think Bob Arum tried it because Bob Arum is a snake just like the rest of them. And y'all giving him too much credit. Too much credit to say that he's out here scheming on Eddie Hearn and just going to look out for Deontay Wilder. Hell nah, I don't believe that. I think he tried it all day. He just failed. fell flat on his face. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to leave it there. Have a blessed day. Catch up with y'all a little later, man. Stay stressed and sucker free out here. Remember that the devil is everywhere. Omnipresent. Everywhere at the same damn time to ruin everything in your life. Your marriage. Your kids going to be mad at you. Your job. That promotion you thought you was going to get. He ain't giving it to you. Don't let that happen because you are the champion as well. Knock his ass out. Y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe. Protect yourselves. Protect your family. Don't take nothing personal that we say on these things. We having a great time, and this is strictly for entertainment. I'm a little messed up that y'all ain't called me up, man. Y'all should have called me up. Y'all get a lot. I get a lot of stuff from y'all, you know, throughout the week. Hit me up and tell me to my face, you know what I'm saying? Call me up on the phones and tell me how you feel about this fight game. Don't feel nervous and don't feel pressured, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the homie, and I got love for each and every one of y'all. Catch up with y'all real soon, man. To the next video.